today for the Bitcoin price. And yes, guys, I can't believe my freaking eyes for Bitcoin. I was pulling out the charts. I was looking into a few data points here on the Bitcoin price. And what I was seeing is something for the history books. Guys, watch this video until the very end. Smash up the like button to a new all-time high. And I truly appreciate every single one of you engaging on these videos, liking, commenting, retweeting, not retweeting, sharing the video. I truly appreciate it, as the last few videos were, if I'm not wrong, the most watched Bitcoin videos on YouTube. This is because of you guys. This is not because of me, it's because of you. Thank you so much for that. And now let's go straight into the charts. And yes, I am going to talk about this chart. Yes, I will talk about it. I will talk about also about my trade. Right now racking in like $42,000 in a profit. I was posting it over on Twitter. I want to talk about my future trade, where I want to take profits, my game plan. But more importantly, I want to talk about one specific thing. One thing which is absolutely crazy. For everyone who is asking, is this the capitulation? Is this already it, or are we going to go lower? This video is made for you. Watch it until the very end, and now let's go straight into the content. I am going to start on the Bitcoin charts. We'll talk about my trades, and in the end, I want to show you these specific charts, which I've put together here for this video for you. Let's talk about that. First of all, let's go into the Bitcoin price, and let's see what is happening here. By the way, if you did not yet, smash up the like button kindly. Move your finger down below the video and press this little beautiful like button. You would truly cheer up my day, and you would be a force for good, as you would be helping to share this video among humans, right? Now let's talk about the Bitcoin price. And man, so far we are still holding on the weekly close, potential close, my worst case scenario area. Yes, I also didn't expect that we are going to wick below. The most important thing though is the weekly close. I was talking about that earlier, and still we are above that, right? I mean, remember what I was talking about here? We had a very similar fractal with these three triple bottoms here actually going down, and then eventually Bitcoin rising up towards the races. And well, this seems like it is happening right now. We are on the weekly. I want to show you though, and this is one thing we have to keep in mind, is that the weekly EMA ribbon is right now flipping, and we only had one time in history where this was not a bearish indication, and this was right here at the C dump we had recently. So obviously we can pump back up, and then it just flips back, and we have a false flip like here. But actually every single time before in the Bitcoin price history, these flips were usually indicating another breakdown. So this is where more than these charts here have to come in. This is where we need to get some help from the outside. And this is why I prepared these charts here for you. Let's talk about them. But before that, let me quickly go back here. Before that, let's talk about my trade. Yes, I opened the trade. I actually announced it over on Twitter. I said I am going to open trades from 27 all the way down at 9x leverage every time I'm getting actually liquidated or stopped out. In this case, I put usually my stop loss above the liquidation price to save some fees. Once this is happening, I'm gonna open a new one. And with this, of course, you have to be prepared to lose if you can catch the falling knife, of course, here when it comes to the Bitcoin price. Sorry for the background noises. Well, but so far here, the first trade already played out, right? The first trade I opened here when I announced my strategy at 27,111 already played out, and it's $43,000 in a profit. When am I going to close it? Well, not anytime soon. I am going to leave this trade. If it's going to be wiped out, I will open a new one. Whatever trade it is, I'm going to leave it open for potentially weeks. And of course, I'm going to do short-term trading, but this is a longer one, and I'm even scaling it higher. And then I'm going to put the stop loss at a break even or above the break even, and make always sure that I'm going to go out as a winner. This is the game plan for this. But now the question is, was this the capitulation, or is this the beginning of something much worse? Is Bitcoin going much lower? Let's talk about it. So number one, of course, what I said is let's wait for Sunday. This is 2 more days and 4 hours at the time of recording. If on Sunday the weekly close is going to close above the levels of give or take $28,800. In this case, of course, we have a very a very bullish implication as we are holding on the weekly, and we will probably, let me quickly show you here. We will probably confirm holding this specific area here. We need the weekly close though, but this is not the most important. What I want to talk about is on-chain data. What you can see here, dear ladies and gentlemen, I was posting it also over on Twitter. Make sure you follow me at MMCrypto with a verification check mark. I was posting it just like 2-3 minutes ago before I was announcing this. Is the capitulation signal, which I just gave it the name. I'm giving it the name, the capitulation signal. What you can see here is the realized price of Bitcoin, right? And the Bitcoin price here. And it's interesting, guys. It's really, really interesting. Because if you're going into it, let's just zoom into it. Here in the year 2014, the moment the price cuts the realized price, this is when the last capitulation comes in. Yes, not the same day, not the next week. But that's when you know we are in capitulation mode. Next one. 2018 November, the moment we crossed it, Bitcoin was very close to the bottom. We had the capitulation signal once again. Nice accuracy. And guess what happened? Right now, we crossed it once again. So the question is, what does it mean? Well, for today, tomorrow, not necessarily so much. What it means though is, this, in accordance to this indicator, in accordance to the 12-year history of Bitcoin, is the single best capitulation signal. This means we are in the capitulation. It doesn't tell you, and I will come to that later, that this was the bottom already. It just tells you this move, this week, next week, week after, this move right now is the capitulation. In accordance to the history, we are not going to capitulate down, get a big dead cat bounce, and then get another dump down even lower. No, this is the capitulation mode. This is the capitulation phase in accordance to this indicator. We, of course, need always a little bit more confluence, right? So let's talk about that. We have this metric here, the Bitcoin percentage supply held for at least 1 year. And this is one of my favorite indicators when it comes to on-chain metrics. This line shows you how many Bitcoin in percentage terms from the circulating supply, and this increases, of course, every 10-15 minutes, you know, is held for at least 1 year. Meaning, how strong are the holders at this current point of time? The higher the line goes, the more percentage of Bitcoin supply is being held for at least 1 year. Meaning, not deposited on an exchange, not sold, not OTC, nothing. Held on an exchange, that's the hodlers. And what we can see right now, this is at a 10 years, let me repeat that. At a 10 years high, you can almost say all-time high. The beginning does not really count. Let's call it an all-time high, but let's call it a 10 years high to be perfectly accurate, 11 years high even for Bitcoin. This has not been as high as right now, and this is percentage terms, guys. This is important to understand. This is what makes it so powerful, because of course we have much more Bitcoin into circulation, but the percentage term still increased. And this, I want to mention, is something very, very bullish. This is something amazing. And it's actually something very, I just find it to be extremely bullish. If we are going into it here, in 2018, you can see how the value continuously decreased towards the all-time high. And once we reached the all-time high, it was going higher, right? The same thing is happening here once again. We reached the all-time high, and since then we are going higher, which means, of course, that hodlers, big people, and specifically people who are holding Bitcoin are more confident in Bitcoin than ever, right? And there's more. Of course, we have more as always. Realized losses. Realized losses is also a capitulation signal. Whenever the realized losses are catapulting straight to the moon, that is usually when many people, and it is unfortunate, but it is usually when many people, let me go back here, many people just lost money in Bitcoin, lost money in crypto. And even though it is a sad thing, and of course we should be like, sorry for everyone who was losing money. I lost money, but of course if you don't realize it, it's unrealized losses. Let's exclude that. The market needs, after a big bull market, needs one capitulation down. It needs to wash out the weak hands. It needs realized losses. So the market is cleared up and can go back out, up to the races. And this is what is happening right now, actually to an extent which it was not happening for a very, very long time. And all of these things together speak a very clear and bullish language. Of course, it doesn't tell us, hey, maybe we are going to break down, wick another one down. Okay, but what it tells us with an almost, my subjective opinion, almost 100% degree certainty, but not 100%, but with a very high degree of certainty, it is telling us this is the capitulation phase, and it's gonna be over very, very soon. And this, dear ladies and gentlemen, is, in my opinion, a very positive note. It's a very positive message. Let me know what you think about that. Obviously, guys, if you wanna be trading as well, down below, you will find here, of course, my disclaimer, trade carefully, much love, but also that you get almost $10,000 for free by simply clicking the Bybit link or the other links accumulated here, by clicking the link in the pinned comment. And after your initial deposit, you get these bonuses for free, margin bonuses, with which you can trade, and the profits from this trade you can withdraw as well from the exchange. Make sure though that you are using these links only as an experienced trader. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We are going to see each other very soon at the next one of MMCrypto. And as always, guys, bye bye.